Hello, dear listeners. This is your host, Paul, from the Stories Philippines podcast. Today, I have a chilling tale to share with you. This was sent to us by one of our faithful listeners. Please sit down or lie comfortably as we journey together into the unknown corners of our beloved Philippines. This story is not about our listener, but about his aunt. He was only a young boy at the time, possibly in the 6th grade, but he remembers the events clearly as they were deeply imprinted in his mind. His aunt was a college student, either in her 3rd year or about to graduate. He fondly remembers her as a beautiful woman, often chosen to represent her university in various pageants. They lived in a house in Laguna, which had a large mango tree in the yard. The leaves and branches of this tree were so dense and abundant that they reached the roof of their house. One day, something unexpected happened. While they were all having a conversation, his aunt suddenly fainted and began convulsing. The shock of the situation attracted their neighbors, who came rushing over with rosaries and crosses. The sight of his aunt rejecting a cross handed to her by a neighbor, and even breaking it, was something our listener could never forget. Even more unsettling was when a rosary was put around her neck, she snapped it off instantly. What haunted our listener the most was the change that came over his aunt's face. Her eyes shone with a strange intensity while she thrashed violently against the men who were trying to hold her down. At one point, she turned her gaze towards the discarded cross on the floor. Her eyes still blazing, she issued a chilling threat that he can still hear clearly to this day. She said, "I will do everything to make you follow my kingdom." Listeners, our story takes us to the heart of Capiz, a place known for its mysticism and folklore. This tale only adds to the rich tapestry of stories that make up our cultural heritage. As we end this episode, let's remember that every story has a lesson. And the lesson from this tale is to always respect the unseen and the unknown. We may not fully understand it, but it's part of our world and our culture. Respect and understanding, that is what we need to navigate the mysteries that life throws at us. This is your host, Paul, saying goodbye until next time. Stay safe and keep the stories alive.